Hi, welcome to KiwaniTalk. We're a public information program put together by people from the Dearborn Kiwanis Club, usually at the facilities of WDHS at Dearborn High School. However, it's the middle of summer. We're not there. We're at a remote location, undisclosed location, but we're still filming, still putting on the program, which is the longest running cable access program in the entire world. My name is Gary Gardner, and today we're talking turtles.
We sure are.
Not Ninja Turtles, but Turbo Turtles.
Turbo Turtles.
Try saying that and talk about Turbo Turtles. I'll get that right before the end of the show.
I told you it was hard.
Jim Ruginski, how you doing, Jim?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you. So the Dearborn Kiwanis Club raises money. We give a lot of money back to the communities. One of our biggest is our peanut sale. We have been traditionally the #1 peanut selling club in the world, but we're branching out and we're not selling turtles, are we? But
no, actually you adopt a turtle.
Okay, we're going to come back to adopting turtles in a
Sure.
minute. We didn't want to know about, no live turtles.
No live turtles involved.
The ASPCA won't be involved here.
No, that's right. That's right.
But you're talking, you're the turtle king, or the turtle?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you know, one time there were 3 clubs, Dearborn East, Dearborn, and Dearborn Outer Drive.
right.
Dearborn East joined with the Dearborn Outer Drive Club, and then we merged, so we now are the Dearborn Kiwanis Club.
Right.
So, force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. You weren't always in Kiwanis. You had a life before Kiwanis. Where'd you come from, and how'd you get to this area?
Well, I grew up in Detroit, spent some time in the military, and when I came out and went to school, I got the requirements and then decided to go to chiropractic college. So I went to St. Louis, got a degree, and then moved back more or less to this area, and always loved Dearborn, had a lot of friends here, so I decided to open a practice right here in Dearborn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a while ago, and then you got attracted.
87, yeah.
You got attracted to Service Club. What happened there?
You know, giving back, service clubs, even at that time, were very big. And anybody in the community wanted to give back to the community. And we did that by joining service clubs.
So people may have heard of us.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of know. I've been around for a little while. But what is a service club in general? And we'll talk about Kiwanis in particular after that.
You know, it's a group of volunteers that volunteers their extra time and efforts to do things to serve the community in the surrounding areas where they live.
And the Dearborn Kiwanis Club, and Kiwanis has been around for over 100 years now.
Yep, born in Detroit.
Yeah, the Kiwanis #1 was in Detroit.
In Detroit, started here and then now is international.
Right. And we, as a Kiwanis, we try to emphasize giving, service,
yes,
things like that.
And our main focus is on children's. We do a lot of children's projects.
Let's talk about that for a second. So, Dearborn Kiwanis Club, again, as I mentioned at the intro, we raise money from our peanut sale and these other events. We'll talk about the Turbo Turtle event coming up.
Right.
How do we decide, and who do we decide to give money to? How does that work?
Well, with Kiwanis, you know that the money that's being donated will go back into the community and surrounding areas. And with the focus being on kids, it's going to go to a lot of children's projects. For instance, we have 8 Key Clubs.
Okay, what's a Key Club?
Key Club is a group of high school students or other students that are joining a club to do community service like Kiwanis. So we sponsor them. So we have 6 high school Key Clubs, all 3 of the Dearborn schools. Each one of these clubs, many have over 100 kids. And they are actively participating in some of our projects, and they have their own projects, and they are doing community service, helping out at the shelters, the food banks, you know, the amazing group. We also have a middle school club up at Stout Middle School. And the latest one is the Henry Ford Early College. So these are a group of high school students from Dearborn that are actively taking college classes while they're in high school. So that's our latest one. There must be 600-700 kids involved in these clubs, all with their own projects.
And one of the things that our club is proud about, I know from the peanut sale, that's coming up soon, so see people
September.
on the street, don't be stingy with your money. But our club, we have administrative costs that we don't pass on to the peanut sale.
Right.
The only cost that we pass on for the peanuts is the cost of
The peanuts.
So,
Right.
And then money comes back in. And again, we were the #1 club in the world for many, many years. We got knocked off one year by after a hurricane down in Florida by some club down there, but we're still, I think we're pretty much up there and then one of the top, the peanuts.
Absolutely. That's a main fundraiser.
So, again, some of the, what are some of the examples of community groups that we have? What's like the Penrington Center is a big one.
We spend a lot of time with them. We have a member on the board there for blind kids. We sponsor youth scholarships with the symphony. That's another one. We sponsor a chair. Our club had Safety Town for a while. I was teaching preschoolers all about safety. A past project was Dictionary Project. For many years, we gave every third grader in town a dictionary. It's for literacy, because if you're not reading, if you're not a good reader by third grade, then it's very difficult academically from that point forward. But today, giving kids books, things are changing, and we're going more electronic and that kind of thing.
Right. I know I coach softball, little girl softball, and the Dearborn Kiwanis Club sponsored for a couple of years the Dearborn baseball girls softball team that I was on.
Sure.
In fact, I was just wearing my Thunderbirds t-shirt over the weekend. I was doing some stuff, and I remembered on the back is Dearborn Kiwanis as our sponsor.
Absolutely. Just recently, we're sponsoring kids with the Law Enforcement Career Academy, which is run by the state police in Lansing. So the cadets often here at with the Dearborn Police Station, they're selected, we pay the tuition, and they spend a couple of weeks actually training with the state police. So it gives these kids a real leg up on the type of career they would have, the type of training.
One of the things I mentioned at the beginning was normally we do our program at Dearborn High School at the facilities there, which we are a sponsor of the Dearborn High Video program.
Right, right.
All those sort of things.
So we're involved very much in these young people's lives, because every Key Club has a faculty advisor. They also have a Kiwanis advisor. So sometimes they help us out a little bit with the fundraisers, with the Turtle Derby, and even the peanut sales sometimes, selling with outside the storefronts and that kind of thing. We don't put the kids out there on the streets like we're going to be.
Right, we shouldn't be, but we are. Anyway.
Right, but the Key Clubbers, we have a scholarship program at Henry Ford, and that's an endowed thing. But we also have, through the Key Clubs, scholarships for the graduating seniors and those that excel in the program. And it's very much about leadership. So it keeps us on our toes, because we're trying to mentor, pass along the types of values that these kids need to be good citizens and so forth. And you hear a lot about kids today, but we are very proud of these young people in our Key Clubs. And
there's some young people who have issues, like the women at Vista Maria, and we help sponsor some of the programs there.
Yeah.
The Access, the Arab Community Center over in East Dearborn, which is pretty much throughout all of Dearborn.
Right.
All those programs. When you see kids that are part of the club, part of the Key Club, you see them progress, you see them grow. It makes you feel pretty good.
It sure does. It sure does. And in leadership, because they have, like a Kiwanis Club, they have a president and a secretary and a treasurer, and they set up their own projects and they organize. These are life skills that they have. And it also gives them, I think, a wonderful perspective. Because when you see what others have and some of the things going on around the world, you feel lucky that, what you have, the community you're in, and you appreciate things a little bit more too, I think.
Well, and you learn important things, like we help support the Boy Scouts and Girl Scout troops.
Yeah.
Which is it's important to have those types of things. The Goodfellows Talk about what we do for the Good Fellows.
Help them sell the newspapers. Yeah, we sponsor an ad in the paper every year, and we help them sell newspapers and that kind of thing. And that's No Child Without a Christmas. They've been around for a long time. They collect funds for their fundraisers, so they get gifts and that kind of thing. And they, like I said, No Child Without a Christmas. It's a great group.
And before I got involved with selling papers for the Good Fellows through Kiwanis, I always thought that you had to have been a newspaper carrier, boy or girl, before you're allowed to be part of that. But that's not true, is it?
No, it's not true. But like I said, we also do Salvation Army and bell ringing, and we work with a lot of other groups too. So one of the beautiful things about Dearborn is how all these service clubs kind of interact with each other.
Even though we're in competition with them, we
Yes.
still have a similar...
Yes. And the key clubs are like in a competition to see who can do more. That just brings more service, more community service.
So with the Dearborn Kiwanis, it's not just the activities. We also have regular meetings.
Right.
And talk about what happens and where those meetings are.
We meet at Park Place every Tuesday.
Now, Park Place, for those who may not be familiar with, it's on just off Outer Drive, just south of Michigan Avenue.
Right.
Strangely enough, on Park Street.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So when our meetings normally are there every week, and to the point about the money that comes into Kiwanis, when we go to the meeting, we pay for our own meal. We have little fundraisers and 50-50 tickets to help. We pay our own administrative funds.
So any money that an individual donates to
Right.
the peanut sale, to the
Turtle
turbo
Derby.
turtle, other
Right.
than the cost for minimal cost for once you bought the turtles,
Right.
you're good for a while. But
Right.
it all goes right back into the charities.
It goes into the foundation, and that's how we fund all these scholarships and different projects that we do. So the pandemic, when that hit, the last time we did the Turtle Derby was 2019, and then we couldn't do it until last year.
Okay.
And that was the first time we were back doing the Turtle Derby. So, and that street sales and everything else. So, these two fundraisers are very important to try to get the funds back up again. But even through all that, we didn't stop. We continued to donate and to help take care of the needs here in the community.
But again, it's the fellowship that we have
Yes.
at the meetings. Talk
Yes.
about that. It's not just there's food, there are adult and junior libations.
Yeah.
Everything else you need.
Gary, some of the finest people I know or have met or have worked with, I met through Kiwanis. We're such a diverse group of different professions and people with many different skill sets. When you bring that to bear and you're working with these people, the lifelong friendships and that kind of thing develop, and you really have that camaraderie, and you work together very well. And it's fun. These turtles, when they go into the river, they make a big splash. You got 2,000 turtles hitting the river. So, a lot of projects we do and working with the kids, it's rewarding. It's not really like work, but it is a way of giving back and helping the community.
And we're going to talk about, after the break, about the turbo turtle.
Just say Turtle Derby.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
easier.
hung up on the turbo thing, and it's
Right,
making it hard
right.
for me. Dearborn Homecoming this year.
Yes.
And the actual turtle dump
Right.
is
Right.
on August 4th. We'll talk about that when we come back. Don't go away. I'm here with Jim Ruginski on KiwaniTalk. Exciting bits coming up. Don't go away.
Who is a kid? Well, that's a kid. And another. Look, a gaggle of them. Or is it a herd? Litter? Pride. But what about her? Tell her she's not a kid. Or him. So how do we tell who is a kid? Height? Age, maybe. But some of us have to grow up faster than others. A kid. A kid wants to make the world better. And one day, he just might. Is a kid fearless? Vulnerable? Strong? Nervous? Yes. 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 Kiwanis is 600,000 kids at heart doing all the little and big things it takes to help children around the world. Because kids need Kiwanis. All of them.
Hi, welcome back to KiwaniTalk. I'm your host, Gary Gardner. On the longest running cable access television program in the entire universe, we're talking about turtles today. In fact, the Turbo Turtle Derby is going on at the Dearborn Homecoming, and there's going to be a big dump of turtles into the Rouge River on August 4th, and the Turtle King, I think.
Right. Like you said, they're plastic turtles. We have rubber turtles, not live turtles involved.
Okay, we have plastic rubber turtles, and Jim Ruginski is talking to us about the Turtle Derby. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Gary.
So we have an array of turtles here on the table. We don't want to move them around because Leon Bergeron and his wife Danielle, who are the sponsors of this, he organized the turtles on the table, and he was very possessive of the way we've got them set up. But I think just to tweak Leon, I'm going to move one just like that and see what he does. See if he comes off the set and onto the set and see what he does to us, right?
Right. I don't blame Leon. These are pampered athletes. We take very, very good care of these turtles.
How in the world did you guys come up with an idea for a Turbo Turtle Derby?
Well, originally, we were going to do a ducky race.
Okay.
And we were looking, these turtles actually specially designed for this type of thing. They are the same size, weight, they're weighted. If they fall upside down into the river, they'll turn right side up and float. So we were looking for a package. I think there was another group doing a ducky race downtown.
Okay.
So they said, well, we don't have ducks, but we have turtles.
Okay.
So we decided to go with the turtles and purchase a package at the time. And we've been using them for 14 years.
And so this is pretty cool.
Very cool.
And
they all got shades on.
they all have shades. So how does the winning turtle win? The first one down the river?
Yeah, what you do is when you buy a ticket, you're adopting a turtle.
Okay.
Every turtle has a number. So if you look at the bottom of the turtle, there's a barcode and number that corresponds to the ticket of the person who purchased it or adopted a turtle. So when we get to homecoming and we have the race, they go down river, and the first turtle across the finish line wins $1,000.
And what's interesting about this is that I really can't read barcodes.
We have a scanner. We've gone high tech to scan them.
A scanner, so you can do this, and then
Right.
so you really don't know whose turtle is whose to make it fair.
Absolutely. They're all mixed up, same size and weight, and they all hit the river at the same time.
Okay.
Give everybody a fair shake.
Everybody has a fair shake at it. So
Right.
when you have this concept, you have the implementation, you got to sell turtle tickets.
Right.
Where can someone get a Turbo Turtle ticket?
You can get it from any member of the Dearborn Club, and also on. You could get it from me. You can call me, and I'll make sure that we get tickets to you.
So you're going to give out your number
Right.
on national television.
It's that important. This fundraiser is that important. I'm going to give my number
okay,
out.
so ready, get your pens and papers out, people. The number for Jim Ruginski to get a turtle ticket is?
It's my personal number, 313-949-5747.
Okay, and so
I used to do it at the office, so I would just tell them to come up to my office, but I'm retired.
So not everybody's going to know who. We don't carry signs saying Dearborn Kiwanis Club on us.
Right.
Not everybody's going to see this in time or be able to do it. If you want to really participate, come to the Dearborn Homecoming.
Yes, we're going to have a booth all weekend selling tickets at the Dearborn Homecoming. Also, the Facebook. We have a Facebook and a website where we'll be putting information there too. Yeah. So you can contact us that way, and an email.
Dearborn Homecoming. Big deal in Dearborn. For
Very
those
big.
of you who are not part of it, it's a huge thing. August 4th is Sunday, which is the third day of the homecoming.
Right.
So it's Friday, August 2nd, Saturday, August 3rd, Sunday, August 4th at Ford Field Park in Dearborn. And for those, again, who are not familiar with it, it's just north of Michigan Avenue between Brady Street and Military Street in West Dearborn,
Right.
south of Cherry Hill. Plenty of parking, a lot of things, and great fireworks. An enormous rides that are put on that you can buy tickets for. You buy the day passes for the rides.
Huge carnival for the kids.
Huge carnival, concerts, great music, and all those types of things.
Free.
And it's all free,
Right.
but you got to pay for a turtle ticket. How do you?
Right.
Where? If someone shows up at the Dearborn Homecoming, August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of this year, 2024, where can they get their ticket for the turtle?
Well, there's a carnival side. Then there's the bridge that goes across the river, and then the other side that goes toward Cherry Hill. We're going to be on the carnival side, right at the edge of the main bridge, which you got to cross over to get to where the other groups and the food trucks and all that stuff is too. So our booth will be right there, right next to the main bridge.
Going to have a sign saying turtle tickets?
Big sign, adopt a turtle here.
Okay.
Right, we'll have our sponsor signs up, we'll have prize lists, we'll have other things too.
And again, as I mentioned, our main sponsor was Leon and Danielle Bergeron, Dearborn
Yes.
Federal Savings Bank, LLC Credit Union, Sam Bay Dune, the Henry, John Frank Rare Coins, Dearborn Sausage Company, Starbucks Coffee, Dearborn Symphony Orchestra, and Sharp Cuts US.
Right.
All big-time sponsors for this. And what does it cost to adopt a turtle?
It's $5 for a turtle. If you purchase 4 turtles, so for $20 you get a free one.
Okay.
That gives you 5 turtles for $20. And for a $50 donation, that gives you 3 free turtles. So you would get 13 for a $50 donation. And that, of course, increases your chances.
The odds. And it's only 1,900
You
turtles.
think
or
about
so.
it, yeah, 1,900.
Pretty good odds. And the prizes.
Yeah, we're close to 30 right now, and there's more coming.
Right.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get some confirmation on other prizes. Last year there were 50.
Okay, so right now,
So we're going beyond 30 right now in
right
prizes.
now, some of the prizes are $1,000
Right.
of simoleons.
There's 3 $100 prizes.
Okay.
There's a Silver Eagle proof coin.
Wow.
That thing is beautiful with the Walk in Liberty.
Okay.
That's a beautiful gift. There is a night stay at the Henry with breakfast.
Okay.
Talk about a nice getaway and have breakfast in the morning. That's
Right.
a great prize.
3 sets of Tiger tickets.
Yeah, we have 2 sets of 4 and 1 set of 3 Tiger tickets for Tiger games. This is from Sam Bay Dune.
Tickets for the Dearborn Symphony.
Right.
It's a symphony.
Right.
Did I say symphony?
Symphony. We have pairs of tickets. It's like in that case, there's maybe 6 or 12 chances to win that prize.
Right.
So we have multiples, like the $300 prize. You know, it's $100, but there's 3 of them. So really good odds.
So describe what happens. So everybody buys all their tickets. The turtles are all identified.
Right.
Hopefully you're going to sell them all out so that
We did sell out last year, so get your tickets early.
Where do the turtles get stored and how do you get them launched?
Yeah, we store them actually at the school warehouse.
Okay.
But they're all set to go, and they're numbered to make sure that we have a turtle for each ticket. We're going to make sure of that. So we have 4 large barrels. Takes 2 guys apiece to lift them, to hoist them over the bridge.
Okay.
And before the race goes on, we take the turtles, which are numbered sequentially. We have the key clubbers mix them all up into different barrels.
Okay.
So make sure that the numbers are all mixed up. Those are taken to the main bridge on Sunday at 4:30.
Yep.
And the crowd, we're on the river side of the bridge, and the crowds are on both sides of the river and the bridge. And the announcer helps us out. We do a countdown, and when the signal's given, 1,900 plus turtles all go into the river at the same time.
Spectacular.
Spectacular splash. Yeah, so this year I'm going to get some of the kids with their cell phones to take some videos so
Right.
that we could put that up.
And how long? It goes down the length of the essentially where the ball fields are down there on
Right across from the ball field. So we have swim noodles in different areas of the river because of the brush and so forth, which helps guide the turtles, and they float down to across from the ball fields. And we have big signs up where our sponsors sign and the turtle finish line.
Right.
So after the big splash, crowds all move all the way down the side of the carnival and to the finish line,
Okay.
where they cheer on their turtles.
And how do you get the turtles, the winning turtle, out of? How is that judged?
Well, part of the design of our trap is shaped like a V. And I've redesigned this over the years. We have it down to pretty much a science now. So it's PVC and rope and swim noodles that form a V. And as it comes down, the last part of it has 2 sections of PVC pipe. So it'll come down to 1 turtle.
Okay.
So that first turtle across the line, turtle is saved, and that person wins $1,000. So each in succession as their turtles come in. And every year, Gary, there's 1 turtle that just seems to break out away from the pack.
Okay.
So as everybody sees the turtles coming down rivers, inevitably there's one that's going for the gold.
And how can you find that turtle when you buy them?
And when they come across, it's luck of the draw.
Luck of the
but
draw.
like I said, the odds of this, with 50 prizes last year and a couple thousand turtles,
Yeah.
much better than the lottery.
Much better than the
We'll have a
lottery.
lot of winners.
And then again, as we mentioned at the beginning, the money that is, all the money except for the cost of, well, the turtle's been paid for a while.
Right,
Cost of the tickets is probably nominal.
right,
Everything's donated, and all that money goes back into the foundations for supporting all of the community activities and youth
Right.
services that Kiwanis provides.
right.
Well, I want to thank you, Jim Ruginski, for being the Turtle King this year, or forever. And we hope we have good weather,
Yes.
not too much flooding.
Last year is great. We got the turtles in the river and the race over before there was a huge storm.
Okay.
So we were lucky, and we're hoping if we get the same weather like last year, it was perfect. And it's so nice being back down
In the river.
at
By the way,
Ford Field. Yeah,
Who gets to be the person in the river putting in the PVC and the noodles?
we
and
have a
taking
crew.
turtles?
Yes, you got to be on the younger crew,
The younger crew. Gotcha.
in waders.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, good luck on the Turtle Derby.
Thank you so much,
on
Gary.
The Turbo Turtle
Derby.
Right. Good luck, and thank you for
Thank you.
seeing KiwaniTalk. Remember, August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, part of the Dearborn Homecoming. 4:30 is the launch. Don't miss
Exactly.
it.
Come down and have fun with us.
Okay. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.